The story opens in a tall glass building high above the city. The boardroom is full. Men and women in suits sit around a long table. The huge screen shows a bright slide. Project Phoenix, record growth. Mr. Carter stands at the front. Expensive watch, perfect tie, confident smile. He points at the screen and says loudly, "Ladies and gentlemen, this whole strategy, this is my idea." Everyone claps. Near the glass door, a young intern stands half-hidden. Simple shirt, old laptop bag, hands shaking. His name is Eli. He hears every word, because he is the one who spent nights building that project, alone, and now his rich boss steals everything. Eli's eyes fill with tears. He whispers to himself, "But that's my work." He watches as one of the board members says, "Brilliant, Mr. Carter. This will save the company." Mr. Carter smiles proudly. He doesn't even look at Eli. If you were in Eli's place, what would you do? 2 weeks earlier, the same building, but at night. Most lights are off. Only one small office is still lit. Inside, Eli sits at a desk filled with coffee cups and papers. The clock shows 11:47 p.m. His eyes are red. His back hurts, but he keeps typing. On the screen, there's a file named Project Phoenix, draft by Eli. Eli whispers, "Just a little more. If this works, maybe they keep me. Maybe Mom can stop worrying." He is not just working for himself. He is working for his sick mother, waiting at home. He is working so they can pay rent. He is working so their electricity does not get cut again. Suddenly, the sound of clicking heels. Mr. Carter walks in. Tall, expensive suit, gold watch. He smells like money and power. He stops behind Eli. "What are you still doing here?" Mr. Carter asks, annoyed. Eli stands up quickly, almost dropping his mouse. "Yes, sir. I'm working on your new project. The plan for cutting costs and growing sales. You asked me to do research and make a full presentation." Mr. Carter looks at the screen with cold eyes. Then he smirks. "So you're still on that?" he says. "You interns are so slow." Eli swallows. "Sir, I'm almost done. I've checked all the data. I found a way to save 20% of expenses without firing people." Mr. Carter raises an eyebrow. "Without firing people?" He laughs. "You really are a child. This is business, Eli, not a charity." Eli tries to explain. "But, sir, if we keep the staff and change the suppliers, the profit will still go up. People will be loyal. The company image will improve." Mr. Carter steps closer. He taps Eli's cheap laptop with one finger, like he is touching dirt. "Listen, kid," he says, voice sharp. "No one cares what's important Intern thinks." Eli feels the words like a slap. "But you asked me to work on it," Eli says softly. Mr. Carter's eyes turn colder. "I asked for help. That doesn't mean the idea is yours," he snaps. "You are paid to do what I say. I am the one who brings value to this company, not you." Eli looks down at his worn-out shoes. He whispers, "Yes, sir." Mr. Carter sighs. "Finish it and send it to me before morning," he orders. "And don't expect a thank you." As he turns to leave, he stops and adds, "Oh, and Eli, don't ever talk in a meeting unless someone asks you. People like you are here to listen, not to speak." The door closes. Eli sits back down slowly. His hands are shaking. His heart feels heavy, but he opens the file again. "I can't give up," he thinks. "I need this internship. Mom is counting on me." He works all night. Tears fall on the keyboard, but he keeps going. By sunrise, the presentation is perfect. Graphs, numbers, solutions, risks, everything. He sends it to Mr. Carter. Subject: Project Phoenix Final, prepared by Eli. He smiles weakly and leans back. Maybe, he thinks, maybe he'll be proud of me. Eli doesn't know what is coming. He doesn't know how badly his boss will use him and how hard karma will hit back. What will Mr. Carter do with Eli's hard work? The next morning, the office is busy. Phones ringing. People walking fast. Printers running. Eli walks in, tired but hopeful. He sees Mr. Carter talking to Grace, the HR manager, near the glass wall. Grace smiles at Mr. Carter and says, I saw your email. The project looks amazing. The board is very excited for your presentation. Your presentation. Those words hit Eli's ears. He stops walking. He listens. Mr. Carter laughs in his smooth, fake voice. Yeah, I stayed up late working on it, he says. But good work pays off, right? Eli's mouth opens. His chest feels tight. That's my work, he thinks, shocked. Grace says, well, that's why you're the best, Mr. Carter. The board already sent a message. They can't wait to see how you save the company. Mr. Carter smiles proudly. He notices Eli standing behind him. For a moment, their eyes meet. Eli looks hurt, confused. Mr. Carter raises one eyebrow like he is warning him. Then he turns back to Grace. Oh, and about that intern, he says loudly, pointing at Eli without looking, he should be grateful just to be here. I don't want him speaking out of line in front of the board. Eli feels everyone's eyes on him. Whispers. Someone from another desk laughs under their breath. Poor kid, one worker mutters. He'll be gone soon. Eli walks closer, trying to stay calm. Sir, he says quietly, can I talk to you for a moment? Mr. Carter looks annoyed. In my office. Now, he says sharply. They go inside. The door closes. Eli stands in front of the big wooden desk. Mr. Carter sits down, not even telling him to sit. What? Mr. Carter snaps. Eli takes a deep breath. Sir, the email, he says softly. You sent the project to the board. You mentioned my name. Mr. Carter leans back. He stares at him like he is nothing. And, he says, Eli's voice trembles. Sir, I worked 3 nights on it. You said if I do well, maybe I get a full-time job. I thought maybe at least you would say I helped. Mr. Carter's eyes turn cold. Are you teaching me how to do my job? He says, voice low and dangerous. No, sir, I just... Enough. Mr. Carter slams his hand on the desk. Eli jumps. You think you deserve credit? Mr. Carter spits out. You? A boy who came here with secondhand shoes and a resume I almost threw in the trash. Eli's eyes fill with tears, but he keeps standing. Sir, that's not fair, he whispers. Mr. Carter stands up. He walks around the desk, standing very close. Fair, he laughs. Life is not fair, Eli. People like you work. People like me win. That's how it is. He pokes Eli's chest with his finger. You should be thankful I even used your work, he continues. It means it wasn't total garbage. Eli looks down. His hands are clenched. I only wanted a chance, he says, voice breaking. And you had one. Mr. Carter snaps. You got to see how real business works. Now do what you're told. During the board meeting, you will sit in the back. You will keep quiet. If you open your mouth, even once, your internship is over, and I'll make sure no one hires you. Ever. Eli feels his world crash. He thinks of his mother, of the rent, of the medicine. If he loses this, what will happen? A tear drops on the floor. Do you understand? Mr. Carter says slowly. Eli nods. Yes, sir, he whispers. Mr. Carter walks back to his chair. And one more thing, he says. I never want to hear you say my project again. It's mine. Everything you type on that computer belongs to the company. And I am the face of this company. Not you. Eli turns to leave. Before he opens the door, Mr. Carter adds in a cold voice. Oh, and if anyone asks, tell them I guided you on every step. Understood? Eli closes his eyes for a second. His heart is breaking. But he says, Understood, sir. He walks out, feeling smaller than ever. In the hallway, people are busy, laughing, living their lives. No one sees the tear rolling down his cheek. No one sees how his shoulders shake silently. Eli goes to the small break room. He sits alone, staring at his cheap phone. On the screen, there's a message from his mother. Good morning, Beta. Don't stress. I will open a way for you. I'm proud of you no matter what. His eyes fill again. He whispers, I'm sorry, Mom. I'm trying. He wipes his face and stands up. I'll stay quiet, he thinks. For now, Maybe something will change. He doesn't know that something will change, and it will happen in front of the whole board. Karma is already on its way. What will happen in the board meeting when the truth comes out? Back to the present. The boardroom is full. Long table. Bottles of water. Laptops open. On one side sits Mr. Harris, the company's owner. Gray hair. Serious eyes. Next to him, other board members. They are all rich. Powerful. At the far end of the room, on a small chair near the door, sits Eli, notebook in his hand, but his hands are still shaking. He remembers Mr. Carter's words. If you open your mouth, even once, you're finished. Mr. Carter stands in front of the big screen. His smile is wide. Good morning, everyone, he says. Today I will present to you the plan that will save our company. He clicks. Slide after slide appears. Charts, numbers, graphs. All of it made by Eli. Mr. Carter explains everything as if it is his own. We will change these suppliers here, he says. We will not fire staff, but we will shift resources. This will increase profits and improve our brand image. The board members nod. This is impressive, one woman says. Very clean work, another man adds. Mr. Harris leans forward. Carter, he says, this is much better than your last proposal. I'm surprised. Where did all this detail come from? A small crack appears in Mr. Carter's confident smile, but he quickly recovers. Well, sir, he says, I worked very hard. Stayed late, checked everything myself. At the back of the room, Eli feels a stab in his chest. He bites his lip so he doesn't cry. He looks down. He remembers his mother's message. He whispers in his heart, God, please, you know the truth. Mr. Carter goes to the last slide. Everyone claps. Mr. Harris stands up. Excellent job, Carter, he says. This plan will save hundreds of jobs. Thank you. Mr. Carter smiles proudly. Anything for the company, sir, he answers. The meeting seems over. Eli lowers his head. That's it, he thinks. No one will ever know. But then, a woman at the table, Ms. Lee, says, Actually, Mr. Harris, I have one question. Mr. Harris sits back down. Yes, Ms. Lee? She looks at her tablet. I was looking through the file sent last night, she says slowly. At the bottom, in the document details, there is something strange. Mr. Carter's eyes flash for a second, but he stays quiet. Ms. Lee continues. The document name is Project Phoenix Final, prepared by Eli. The room becomes very quiet. Eli freezes. His heart stops. Mr. Carter laughs awkwardly. Oh, that must be some system error, he says quickly. You know how interns name files after themselves. Ms. Lee raises an eyebrow. Maybe, she says. But then I checked the edit history. The main work was done from one account only. Everyone looks at her. She turns a tablet so the whole table can see. On the screen, there is a list. Edited by Eli 96%. Edited by Carter 4%. The board members start whispering. Mr. Harris's face turns dark. Carter, he says slowly, would you like to explain this? Sweat appears on Mr. Carter's forehead. He forces a smile. Sir, I gave the intern some tasks, he says. He only collected data. I did the main work. The system just shows all small edits. Ms. Lee doesn't look convinced. She scrolls. There's also a note inside, she says. In the comments tab, it says, she reads, Don't worry, Mom. If this project works, maybe they'll hire me full-time. Eli. The room goes silent again. Eli feels exposed. His private note is now in front of the most powerful people in the company. His eyes fill with tears of shame. He starts to stand up. I am sorry, he says weakly from the back. That note, I forgot to delete it. I didn't mean... Mr. Carter cuts him off. Sit down, Eli, he snaps. You are not part of this meeting. But now, everyone is looking at Eli. Mr. Harris turns his head. You, he says, come here. Eli freezes. Sir, I'm just an intern, he stammers. Come. Here, Mr. Harris repeats. Eli walks slowly toward the table. His legs feel like they will break. He stands near Mr. Carter, but a little behind. Mr. Harris looks him in the eyes. "You worked on this project?" he asks. Eli opens his mouth. He remembers Mr. Carter's threat. "I'll make sure no one hires you. Ever." His heart races. Mr. Carter gives him a quick, dark glare, a silent warning. But then Eli remembers his mother's words. "Allah will open a way for you. I'm proud of you no matter what." He takes a deep breath. His hands are shaking, but he speaks. "Yes, sir," he says quietly. "I did." Mr. Carter explodes. "That's a lie," he shouts. "This boy is trying to steal my work." "How dare you lie?" The board members are shocked. Mr. Harris raises his hand. "Enough," he says firmly. "Eli, tell us everything. From the beginning. Don't be afraid." Eli looks at Mr. Carter. Mr. Carter shakes his head almost invisibly, like a threat. But something changes in Eli's eyes. He is still poor, still scared. But now he is also tired. Tired of being used. Tired of being invisible. He looks at the whole room. He speaks, his voice soft but clear. 2 weeks ago, Mr. Carter asked me to research a new plan. Eli says, he said if I do well, maybe I get a real job. I worked 3 nights. I stayed here till morning. I built the slides. I checked every number. He pauses. A tear falls. I sent him the file. He continues. I wrote my name only to show my mom that I did something good. But he sent it to you as his own. He told me to keep quiet or I would lose everything. The room is dead silent. One board member whispers, "My God!" Mr. Carter laughs loudly, but it sounds fake. "Sir, are we really listening to an intern crying?" he says. Of course he will say anything to get attention. He's poor, desperate. I'm the one with 10 years of experience here. You know me. Mr. Harris's face turns hard. He looks at Ms. Lee. "Do we have proof?" he asks. Ms. Lee nods. "Yes. I downloaded the original file from the server." She says, "It has Eli's email, Eli's login, even Eli's comments." Mr. Carter's account only changed the title slide and removed Eli's name. She taps the screen again. The evidence is right there. There's no way to deny it now. Everyone looks at Mr. Carter. His face loses its color. He starts to sweat more. "States this is the misunderstanding," he stammers. "Sir, let me explain." Mr. Harris stands up. His chair scrapes the floor loudly. "There is no misunderstanding," he says in a cold voice. "You stole the work of a poor intern. You lied to this board. You were ready to destroy his future, protect your own ego." Mr. Carter's lips shake. "Sir, please," he says. "I can fix." "You are finished here." Mr. Harris cuts him off. Mr. Carter's eyes go wide. "Yes, sir." "You are fired," Mr. Harris says, loud and clear. "Effective immediately. Security will escort you out after this meeting, and we will report this behavior to anyone who asks for a reference." Mr. Carter's body goes weak. He reaches to the back of the chair to steady himself. "Please don't do this," he whispers. "I have a family. I made a mistake, okay? It's just an intern." He stops. He hears his own words. It's just an intern. Now he is the one begging. Eli stands there, shocked. He never thought he would see this. Mr. Carter turns to him, desperate. "Eli," he says, voice trembling. "Tell them you don't mind. Please. Tell them I helped. I'll give you a job. I'll pay you more. Just say something." The same man who insulted him, who called him useless, who wanted him silent, now looks at him with fear in his eyes. Karma, in front of everyone. Eli looks at him quietly. His eyes are sad, not cruel. "Sir," he says softly, "you didn't just take my work. You took my voice. You made me feel like I was nothing." Mr. Carter's eyes fill with tears. "I'm sorry," he whispers. "I was wrong. Please." But it is too late. Mr. Harris speaks again. "We value honesty here," he says. "We don't step on the poor to climb higher." He turns to Eli. "Eli," he says, "we can't change what happened, but We can change what happens next. Eli looks confused. Mr. Harris holds out his hand. In front of this board, he says, I want to offer you a full-time position, junior analyst, with proper salary and benefits. You earned it. Eli's mouth opens. He can't speak. His legs feel weak again, but this time for a different reason. Sir, are you serious? He whispers. Mr. Harris smiles slightly. You saved this company with your plan, he says. You deserve your name on it. Everyone around the table nods. Welcome to the team, Ms. Lee adds with a warm smile. Tears run down Eli's face. He shakes Mr. Harris's hand. Thank you, he says, voice breaking. Thank you so much. I won't let you down. Behind him, Mr. Carter stands alone. Security waits at the door. He wipes his face quickly. He looks small now, weak. The power is gone. As he walks out, he passes Eli. For the first time, his eyes are not cold. They are full of regret. I'm sorry, he whispers. Eli looks at him. He nods once. I forgive you, he says softly, but I won't forget. Mr. Carter lowers his head and leaves. The door closes. The board members turn back to Eli. Now, Mr. Harris says, let's make sure the world knows who made Project Phoenix. On the screen, Ms. Lee types, Project Phoenix, created by Eli R. Eli watches his name appear in big letters. His heart feels light. Later that day, he sends a photo of the screen to his mother. Her reply comes quickly. I told you. Allah sees everything. I'm proud of you, my son. Eli smiles through his tears. He looks out at the city through the glass window. He is still poor, but he is no longer powerless. When you steal someone's hard work, you are not just stealing their idea. You are stealing their hope, their future, their voice. One day, the truth will stand up in the middle of the room, and karma will speak louder than any rich boss. Thinking,